Okay, I want to go back to Moti Singh, the then district magistrate of Bhopal. He was the person who arrested Anderson. Anderson was in house arrest for 3 hours, and later, like Mr. Singh said on this program just a short while ago, he got a call from the Chief Secretary's office asking that Mr. Anderson be let free, and subsequently Warren Anderson was sent on a state government aircraft from Bhopal to Delhi. Mr. Singh, if you could explain to our viewers, because you're the only one who saw Mr. Anderson for a brief while, as it may be, for 3 hours back on the 7th of December 1987. Can you explain for our viewers what his body language was immediately after his arrest? Was there any sense of remorse? Because after all, this was a man against whom there was a tremendous wave of anger. He was responsible for 20,000 deaths, and he was touching down in the city that methyl isocyanate leaked 3 days after that terrible tragedy.
I did not notice any feeling of remorse. He was not at all remorseful.
Okay.
He looked intelligent, slightly arrogant also. But ultimately he came around and left Bhopal. There was absolutely, I do not feel that he had any sympathy for the gas victims. He was more inquisitive to know the devastation and what happened. So curiosity was more rather than remorse.
All right, that I guess sort of hits the nail on the head. There was no sense of remorse, and this, mind you, is 3 days after Bhopal was witness to the worst industrial accident India has seen. Warren Anderson, the man who was heading that company, Union Carbide, at that point of time, giving or showing no sense of remorse whatsoever. I want to come to the second part now, and Rachna Dhingra, I want to start with you. The government has today formed a group of ministers. They specifically want to talk about, amongst many other issues, the whole business of compensation. Do you believe that this GOM will achieve anything at all? Or this is simply a byword to put the whole issue in deep freezer?
I just want to tell you that just last month we were on in Delhi, sitting 24 hours on the streets of Delhi in Jantar Mantar. For 3 weeks we sat there just asking the government to set up the group of ministers. We wrote, for last 1 year we have been writing to the Prime Minister, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, Mr. Alagadi, the Secretary of Ministry of Chemicals, just asking for this. So it takes a crisis
how will it help?
for the government.
How will it help is what I'm asking you. How will a new GOM on this matter help?
The current record, the past track record of the GOM says that it has accomplished almost nothing. So if the last year the GOM agreed upon setting up an empowered commission on Bhopal for the long-term relief and rehabilitation of Bhopal gas victims, and we will only believe that this GOM has any credibility if it sets up the empowered commission on Bhopal. And the reason we are asking for an empowered commission, because there are too many committees that have been set up, and none of those committees have been able to do anything. And the reason it has to be empowered so that it can actually implement the suggestions that is there.
This whole business of compensation between the government of India and Union Carbide was settled in an out-of-court settlement back in 1989, where the government of India, for some mysterious reason, scaled down what they were asking from UCC from $3 billion to merely $470 million, which in effect for every dead person, and the relative of every dead person would have got something like 50,000 rupees. Can this be renegotiated with Union Carbide, or even if the government today decides to increase compensation for the victims of Bhopal, that money will have to come from the government's coffers and not from Union Carbide?
Yes, that is the best option left to the government of India. In fact, now the government of India should try very seriously and sincerely to have the more compensation, because civil liability, criminal liability altogether different. But at the same time, we must also insist for the extradition of Anderson, which I personally feel it's the next impossible. Extradition is a very difficult process, and we have a bad experience about extradition so far as Nadeem Saifi is concerned in Gulshan Kumar murder case.
That's right.
But at the same time, the government of India should, on the basis of the extradition, should pursue with the government of America that this compensation which has been already awarded is a very meager compensation, considering the death toll and the permanent disability and the long-reaching consequences. Now recently the President of America has made a statement that who has made the leakage and he would like to fire that person. On that background, we must catch that sentiment of the President of the USA, and if we must insist very sincerely, seriously about the enhancement of the compensation instead of wasting the time, wasting of money in extraditing Anderson, because it's a very, very difficult process.